Hey guys, it's Brigitte here. Happy Monday everybody. So I am in Johannesburg at the moment, and I just wanted to do a small sort of share with regards to the weekend and the ceremonies that we've held here in Johannesburg over the weekend. So it was an epic weekend. I had a private journey on Friday. And that's really what I want to discuss in this video. So it was awesome, sort of quite a historical moment for me. Basically what I did was go into the township of Katlehong and work with a woman that I met through an ayahuasca journey. Her name is Ivy. She's an absolutely wonderful Sangoma. I mentioned that to her that she might enjoy the medicine of the mushrooms and that she should come to a journey. We then discussed, you know, sort of having a private journey, because in the Sangoma tradition, you know, it's some of them are allowed to use medicine, others are not allowed to use medicine. She is allowed to use medicine, so basically, but in group format, it's very difficult for her to be in a group format with regards to medicine journeys, because she needs to channel her ancestors, and that's really what it's about for her in you know, sort of her initiations and what she needs to do in terms of getting messages and moving forward with regards to certain issues in their life. So the Sangomas are really African shaman. They work in much the same way, channeling their ancestors, angels, archangels, you know, elementals, any beings that are there to help them with their work, which also combines with really sharing that unconditional love, space and passion. So I was very honored to have her you know, work with me through the sacrament that I work with, and to go into Katlehong to her Sangoma hut, and it was just such a beautiful contrast of you know, shamanic practice as such. So here we are sitting in the township in a Sangoma hut. It was her and her husband, and both of them had the same objective, and that was to connect with their ancestors, which definitely happened. So, you know, for the first 3.5 hours of the plant medicine journey, it was so beautiful because I'm playing Vedic sort of celestial chants, and this beautiful music, and we've got the incense and the crystals and all of those things that I use to raise the frequency of the ceremony. And here we are in this sort of traditional hut space within the Sangoma tradition, and giving them the opportunity through the medicine to channel through their ancestors. And boy oh boy, what a beautiful experience, one that I'll never forget, and one that I'm super grateful for, because usually in the journey space, it is quite a quiet space, a quiet contemplative space that we recommend, you know, and for you to really work with the medicine, traveling into the unconscious and subconscious states of the mind. But with this session, it's really so beautiful to watch and to learn from. So it's basically the space where they go into trance. They are able to start to channel their ancestors, and it basically doesn't stop for about 3.5-4 hours. And to be honest, depending on, you know, I said to them that we need to work together on this, because obviously I need to be there for their safety, etc., and you know, to watch the energy, etc., and to see that everything is fine. Also to give the body a break, you know, through this channeling process. So we went for about 3.5 hours, maybe to you know, quarter to the 4th hour, and she was literally channeling the entire time. That is non-stop talking the entire time through the peak of a really high dosage mushroom journey. So it was so beautiful to watch. And you know, working with her husband, that's really who the healing was for in that specific journey, to get information with regards to his lineage as to why there were deaths in the family at certain ages, and why, you know, the longevity of the life wasn't continuing later into, you know, the older years of the human existence. So that's really why they were there. In closing of the ceremony, was beautiful. You know, they sort of coming back into their own sort of brainwave activity and space, and really connecting a little bit more with the sacraments in a quieter space. So it was really, really beautiful to watch. Apparently her husband, so I work very closely with Lord Ganesha at the moment. It was beautiful experience for me because I was really just very, very centered. I've never felt so much light coming out of my body in sort of all this time that I've been working. And even with the distraction of the noise, the laughter, the screaming, you know, the African tradition is quite loud, and in this small space, in this environment, it can get quite frenetic and chaotic, but we held it so beautifully together, you know, as this team of basically shaman working together. And so you know, her husband said to me, he saw me in my sort of with this elephant head and serpents coming through, and while I was being ordained by their ancestors. So really, really intricate working environment with regards to respecting the traditions of how the Sangomas work, respecting the tradition of how I work through in ceremonious space with regards to my sacraments and the medicine that I use, and really just merging this and fusing it together. So it was this, it was just absolutely magnificent. And I'd like to say to Ivy in particular, thank you, thank you, thank you for trusting in the process, for working with this medicine, and for having me in your sacred space. It was an absolute honor. Toko Zagogo, and I look forward to working with you again. Other than that, guys, really just a share on the story of, you know, different styles of shamanism, and really just to bear in mind who it is you're working with, for what reason, for what purpose, with what intention, and for what outcome, and really to work so smoothly together with these people that you get the best outcome for yourself. Other than that, guys, have a beautiful day. I will be posting some more videos today because there are some testimonials that have come in and I have been a little bit behind, so apologies for that. Other than that, have a beautiful day. Bye.